It was only a matter of time before health officials diagnosed video game characters such as Mario and Super Mario as addictive, as the World Health Organization basically will do when it adds gaming disorder to its disease list next year. The decision is cause for celebration in mental health circles, with lacrosse therapist Jeff Ryland saying, "I'm excited about it, not that I'm looking for more labels. We've been dancing around this for a decade. The addictive nature of video gaming has been a matter of conjecture, and the WHO designation affirms it as a mental health issue," said Ryland, a child and family therapist at Gunderson Health System in La Crosse, who also teaches a class on addictive behaviors at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. His students have been studying the issue of video games' addictiveness for 6 years, Ryland said. Also hailing the designation is Amber Sherman, addiction treatment supervisor at Mayo Clinic Health System Franciscan Healthcare, who said, "I think that is a big step forward in treatment. We see that type of addiction, and hopefully that will help." The draft of WHO's 11th update of its International Classification of Diseases defines gaming disorder as a pattern of persistent or recurrent gaming behavior, digital gaming or video gaming, which may be online, i.e., over the internet, or offline. Indications of the disorder that WHO lists include impaired control over gaming, such as frequency, intensity, and ability to quit. Giving increasing attention to gaming to the extent that it takes precedence over other interests and daily activities. And continuation or escalation of gaming despite the occurrence of negative consequences. Nobody mentioned it, but it's worth considering that internet phenomena of today such as Words with Friends, Candy Crush and similar pastimes are as addictive as any. They may not induce the hypnotic trance of Pong, Atari's ping-pong-based creation that was one of the first video games ever made when it hit the market in 1972, but they easily can take over one's life, and the human interaction is hardly a redeeming factor, being a remote element. The specification of video gaming as a disorder is expected to prompt insurance companies to cover it in their health plans, an industry observer said. A lot of people will be confused that it isn't tied to something ingested, Ryland said, adding, "The message here really is that the brain is affected by video gaming in a fashion similar to that of alcohol and other drugs. It is the same neurons, the same nerves, the same rush for gambling or reaching the next level of a video game," he said. An addiction is not defined by the substance, but by the compulsion to do something. Sherman also mentioned video gaming's similarity to the risk/reward rush of gambling, adding, "It's also related with the flashing lights. Among addiction cases, we see it more often than we used to," she said. People addicted to video gaming might lie about it, hide it, or use it to avoid situations or might forsake things they have to do, just as those afflicted with substance abuse do, Ryland said. People don't develop addictions of any sort voluntarily, he said.